I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know, my wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed. I hate being open, I hate being broken. I feel like an ocean filled up with emotion. Anger ain't a potion, rub it on like lotion. I can feel it soaking, reopen, the scars have awoken. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. The pain makes it real. I don't wanna feel, I just wanna kill the bad thoughts and steal a good thought and feel. I'm just lost to feel, I'm just lost to feel. I need time to heal, I can't steer the wheel. Cause this ride it heals, and it gives me chills. A nice road it feels, I slip off the deal and crash all the steel. Will I ever heal? I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I can't move on till I let go. I feel so lost, never at home. Need to be strong, every breath hold. Cause I can't move on till I let go. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Same us for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm on.
What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday? Tuesday? Wednesday? What day are we at? Wednesday? It's Wednesday, guys. I don't even know what day it is anymore. But, guys, we are here We're starting it off again. We got ourselves a doubleheader here today on Tino's Time. First, we're going to talk about all 5 matches that are going to be going down on Saturday night at Deadline. And then tonight, we're going to be watching Ring of Honor. I mean AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. We have Ring of Honor Final Battle this Saturday. And to be honest, I was doing the match card last night, and a lot of the guys are from AEW. Like, I know Ring of Honor, blah, blah, blah. But we're seeing too much of Ring of Honor on AEW. But that's tomorrow's preview show, guys. Today, we are here to talk about Deadline. So, let's go over the 5 matches that we are going to see on Saturday night at Deadline, live on Peacock and the WWE Network. And let's start it off. This is not the order we're going to talk about it in, but let me show you first. We got Bron Breakker and Apollo Crews going up against each other for the NXT Championship. We have the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. We have Zoey Starks, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell. And then we have the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. We have Carmelo Hayes. We have Grayson Waller. We have Axiom. We have Joe Gacy. And then we have JD McDonagh. I did Gacy and JD the opposite way, but that's okay. And then, guys, a match that was announced last night. We have ourselves an NXT Tag Team Championship match with the New Day that decided to show up on NXT yesterday. And then we have the NXT Tag Team Champions in Pretty Deadly, guys. Are the New Day going to be able to become the new NXT Champions? We're going to have to find out at Deadline on Saturday. And then we have Isla Dawn going up against formerly known as Kaylee Lee Ray, now known as Alba Fyre, and they're going to go at it in a battle between 2 women that just very much dislike each other, guys. So, let me get to the chat now. Let's see everybody doing. I didn't see very many people in the chat. Usually, I got the countdown going. The chat's popping. Melinda's in here. Rebecca, Jordan. Everybody's usually chit-chatting. Nobody was here today, but I appreciate you, Jordan, coming and hanging out. We got Chris in the building. What's up, Chris? We got Hassan. What's up, bro? And then we got the Sports Capital podcast. What's up, bro? How are you doing? I appreciate you. This is one of the reasons why I couldn't be on your show this week. But once it clears up a little, Sports Capital, I'm coming on and we're talking some more football, man. But I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out here today. I know we were supposed to be live at 3:30 today, but I decided to move it an hour earlier, so we give your boy Tino a little bit more time to get ready for Dynamite tonight. And Carlito, I know I saw your message yesterday, bro. I forgot to answer you. You did not miss the movie night. The movie, we will be announcing the first movie we will be watching on Friday after SmackDown, before we go off air on Friday, and then before we get ready for Deadline and Final Battle. But guys, make sure to go and vote in the movie category. We're still voting for the WWE. Right now, Santa's Little Helper leads 2-1. Jingle All the Way won in yesterday's fantasy football. So Jingle All the Way's got one live stream victory, and Santa's Little Helper's got 2. So you guys got to continue to vote. Let me know who you guys want, what movie you want to watch, and we'll watch it here. I'll be announcing the day the day that we will be watching the movie on Friday also. So make sure you guys are in here on Friday for SmackDown to find out when we will be watching the movie and what movie it will be. No problem, Sportscat. I just feel bad, bro. I hate saying something, and that, I always like trying to do as much as I can. I know, Muncie. I know, bro. I know it's you, Muncie. For a minute there, Muncie, I couldn't figure out it was you. I couldn't figure out where you went. I was like, did Muncie block me? And then I finally figured it out. So yeah, no, I know it's Muncie. Carlito said he sent a question. Carlito, let me see your question, bro, before we get to the matches. He says, who do you think the Bears will take in the draft? I know this isn't a football show, but I don't know. I really don't know. I know there's been a lot of questions and there's been a lot of like guys that we've went to, but yeah. So I don't know, Carlito. We'll definitely have to talk about that. And then Sports Capital says it's always me, bro. Always. Man, I don't know. I was like, where the hell did Muncie go? I was like, we were talking, and then all of a sudden, and then, yeah. But I ended up figuring it out. So I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. So, guys, now let's get into the first match that we were going to talk about, and continue to leave your questions, your concerns, leave everything that you guys want to talk about. But the first match that we're going to talk about, we just saw the photo of it. It is Isla versus Alba Fyre in a good old-fashioned singles match. And this is exactly what I was talking about, guys. This is something that I've wanted for a long time. I've wanted to see rivalries, and I've wanted to see women go up against each other and fight each other with no title on the line. Just because two girls hate each other. Just because, it's just one of those things. I love to see people beat the shit out of each other. It's great. Like, if you tell me that you don't like watching two women beat the hell out of each other, I don't know what the hell you're watching, because that's what it's all about. So I think that these two women are going to go out there on Saturday. They might start the show. I don't know what match they'll start the show with. They might start the show with one of the Survivor Series challenges matches. But I don't know. This is the first match we'll talk about. But in the end, I'm going to take Alba Fyre to win this one. I think Isla is going to put on a great show. I think Alba Fyre will get the advantage. I still think Alba Fyre, I think that she could be one of the women to take the title off of Mandy. We could see Tiffany Stratton. We could see Nikita Lyons. We could see Roxanne Perez. There's a lot of different people that we could see. But I do think Alba is one of the people that could very well take the title off of Mandy. So after these two women fight each other, I'll say about like 13 minutes. I'll say it goes about that long. And I'll say that Alba Fyre walks out with the W on Saturday night. And I'll say that Isla still has a good show. Carlito says he's got another question because this is her pay-per-view debut. I mean, she might because of her pay-per-view debut. But I don't know. I'm still going to take Alba Fyre, though. Carlito says, who do you think will be in the Super Bowl? Carlito, if you were to ask me who do I think will be in the Super Bowl as of today, I'm going to say the Bills and I'm going to say the Eagles. So that's my Super Bowl prediction right now. So what do you think yours is? But Chris says, Isla is going to win because this is her pay-per-view debut. I mean, she very well might. I just don't know if they want to have Alba Fyre lose. So I'm going to stick with who I'm going to stick with, and I'm going to say Alba Fyre wins. But the next match that we have to talk about, guys, it is for the NXT Tag Team Championships. This match was announced last night on NXT while we were watching it here on Tino's Time. And the New Day decided to show up. Xavier Woods looked like he was in NXT in 2014. He had his hair all puffed out. Hell yeah. It looked good. And then we got Kofi Kingston, the New Day, going up against Pretty Deadly. Guys, that Christmas story was not a good Christmas story at all. But they want, and they're going up against the former WWE World Tag Team Champions. And the New Day, they want to add the NXT titles to their gold briefcase that they got all their tag titles in. So, guys, this tag team match is going to be very good. Pretty Deadly. I know a lot of people don't like them and they might not like whatever, but they're good in the ring. I really like Pretty Deadly. They're a good tag team. And at least Pretty Deadly, I will say this about it, at least they will, and they've held the title for a very long time. You know, where we've seen titles hop and hop and hop, and I know they've kind of gotten forgotten about. But Pretty Deadly, I think, is still a good tag team. And, you know, the New Day is the New Day. We know what the New Day can do. They're the New Day. They're the longest reigning tag team champions until the Usos just recently beat them. But the New Day, I think, will go out there. I don't know if they're going to win. I know I see Chris in there saying the New Day is going to be the new tag team champions. But I don't know if that's going to happen exactly, because why would we have Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston go to NXT? I mean, maybe, but are we going to really see them? Maybe they win the titles and then they lose it on Tuesday night. I could see something like that happening, but I really just do not see the New Day putting out and taking the tag titles off of Pretty Deadly that fast. I mean, we could see it, but I think that these guys will put on a great show. I think that it's going to be great. I think that the reason why the New Day is on here, because they obviously want people to watch the show, and the New Day brings people, and people love the New Day, so people now are going to tune in because of the New Day. So I'm going to take Pretty Deadly to win this tag team match and still be your NXT tag team champions, but this match might be a very well banger of a tag team match. But Pretty Deadly, guys, is walking out as still your NXT champions, NXT tag champions. And before, because I want to save, because I want to go over the rules and everything with everybody. Before we talk about the two survivors, the Iron Survivor Challenge matches with the 5 competitors, with the men and the women, let's talk about this NXT Championship match between Bron Breakker and Apollo Crews. And guys, I don't know about you guys, but I have really enjoyed everything about Bron Breakker. I really enjoyed everything about the Apollo Crews storyline. I really just enjoyed everything that they have been doing, where the storytelling is great. I mean, you guys might not like it where they're sitting there and they're sitting in the cafe and everything, but stuff like that makes it feel real, and stuff like that makes it feel like an actual storyline, or like Legado del Fantasma recently on SmackDown when they were just sitting there playing pool. Like, that's what they would do. They're cool. That's what they're going to do on a normal basis. Why do we got to always have them sitting there in a weird place or whatever? They want to breakfast. They want fishing. I really enjoyed the build up to this match, and I really enjoyed this rivalry, guys. And I cannot wait to see these guys go at it on Saturday. This match may very well be the main event. But like I said, I wanted to make sure we covered this one before, because I want to make sure that we have time to talk about the Iron Survivor Challenge and all of the rules and everything like that. So guys, now that we told you and I randomly talked about all the randomness about Bron and Apollo, I don't know if this is going to be Apollo's time to win the championship match. But I do think that these guys are going to go out there. They're going to put on a good 20-25 minute match. They're going to prove that they're both really good, because we all know what Apollo Crews can do. Apollo Crews is great. Apollo Crews is one of those guys that, never got the opportunity where he wanted and where he wanted to go. So I think that this match could, like I said, probably will be the main event. But in the end, I'm going to say that Bron Breakker stays your NXT champion. Him and Apollo are going to go out there. They're going to beat the hell out of each other, and it's going to be a good time. But I don't see Apollo Crews beating Bron Breakker, and I don't see Apollo Crews becoming the new NXT champion. But like I said, I do think it's going to be a really good match. So I'm going to take Bron Breakker to still be your NXT champion after Deadline. And he's going to walk into the new year with the champion. And shit, we might even see him show up at the Royal Rumble. We've seen it happen before. Andrade, guys in the past, we've seen it happen. So he very well might show up in the Royal Rumble as NXT champion. But now, let's talk about what this whole pay-per-view is all about. And it's about this new match type that Shawn Michaels has invented. So let's get it and let's talk about it. And let me show you the rules. We have we have 2 challengers, a man and a woman. 2 superstars start every 5 minutes. Another enters until all 5 are in. So it's going to be kind of like, do you guys remember the championship scramble match that we had back in the day? And where it was like, you would have like superstars come in, and then if like a guy became like Matt Hardy would pin Jeff Hardy, and then Matt Hardy would be the champion, and then everybody would try to have Matt Hardy lose, and then whoever pinned the next opponent would be the champion. So that's kind of how it's going to work. And that's going to be that's going to happen every 5 minutes until every single person is in the match. The goal is to have as many pinfalls by the end of the 25-minute period. 1 point for each pinfall, and if you lose the match, so which means if you get pinned, you have to go in pretty much in a hockey penalty box for 90 seconds. And hey, a lot can happen in 90 seconds. All it takes is 3 seconds to take home the dub. So the person who gets the most falls after the clock hits 25 minutes, not 24, not 26, not 30, 25 25 minutes. Whoever has the most wins, pretty much like an Iron Man match. That's why there's the iron in it, I'm assuming. Whoever has the most pinfalls will become your new NXT and NXT Women's #1 contenders. And they will go on to face Bron Breakker and Mandy Rose in the near future. So guys, now that I told you the rules, let me show you the competitors for this first ever match. And let's talk about the men first. Let's talk about the men. That's the women. Let's talk about the men. And the men, guys. We have Grayson Waller. We have Axiom. I don't know about you guys, but Axiom is kind of getting, like, I kind of liking Axiom as the weeks go on. We got JD McDonagh, the fake JD. We got Joe Gacy. And then we got the A champion, Carmelo Hayes. Where's Trick Williams? They should put his ass in this too. Because we all know that Trick Williams will be out there at some point. But like we saw yesterday, we saw Axiom beat Chase U and Von Wagner. I was surprised by that. I really thought Von Wagner was going to win that match. But he did not. So we got those 5 competitors, guys. And honestly, I don't know if everything that they were saying was true about the entrance. I don't know if they were just joking around or they were saying what they were saying. But I do very well think that we could very well see, and we could see these guys go at it. It's going to be a great 25-minute match. Everybody, I see the chat, by the way, so make sure you guys continue. I'll make sure to get to the chat after we answer all the questions. We go through everything. We're almost done. We got one more match to talk about after this. So, guys, continue to leave your questions. I see it. I'm here to apologize. Why are you apologizing, Carlito? But, guys, let's talk about it. And the guys, I'm going to show you the thumbnail while I kind of do this, just so it's easier that way. So I am going to say that Axiom and I'll say JD McDonagh starts it off. I'll say those two started off. I'll say those two go at it for a good 5 minutes. And then I'm going to say the next one to come in will probably be not Carmelo. It will probably be Grayson Waller. And then those 3 guys will go at it. And I'm going to say while they're all doing and all the stuff that's going on, while they're all fighting, I'm going to say by the time Grayson Waller comes in, I'm going to say each guy has 1 pinfall. And whoever gets the next pinfall is going to be like against Grayson Waller. Or it might even be Grayson Waller. We might see a tie. So I'm going to say that when those 3 guys are in, I'm going to say the next guy is to come in is Joe Gacy. And then the last guy obviously will be Carmelo Hayes because he's the A champion and he wants to be the guy that comes in. So I think that's how the entrance will go. And by the end of this and by the end of the 25 minutes, guys, I'm going to take, and I know this might be shocking, but I'm going to take Axiom to win this match. I know everybody might not like it, and I'm not saying that he will, but that's going to be my pick because I've really enjoyed Axiom. He won the wild card match, the triple threat match yesterday. I really thought Von Wagner was going to win. I was in shock when he won. I really was. So I think that it's going to be a great match. I think these 5 competitors are going to beat the hell out of each other. It's going to be great, and I think that it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to say that Axiom gets 4 pinfalls. I don't think there's going to be like 7, 8 pinfalls. I don't think there's going to be anything crazy, at least in the men's. I don't think. So we will have to see what happens. But for the men's Iron Survivor Challenge, I'm going to say after the 25 minutes is up, I'm going to say that Axiom walks out as the #1 contender for the NXT champion. And hey, it may very well just be somebody as simple as Carmelo Hayes. But we got to think outside the box here. So, guys, before we get to the main event, let's catch up on the chat and let's see what everybody is saying because I see a lot of people. Carlito said he asked another question. Carlito, what's your question, bro? Eric also asked a question. So, I think it is because NXT wants to beat Ring of Honor Final Battle, which is sad. Well, it's also, because Ring of Honor is on at 2:30, it's on at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, but the pre-show starts at 2:30. So we'll be going live here on Tino's time at 2:30 for Ring of Honor final battle. But yeah, I mean, it could very well, they're just trying to bring people up and trying to get people in there and trying to get people, so it could very well just be that. Do you think Briggs and Jensen get their belts back? Eric asked. Eric, I do not know if they're going to get their titles back. I think that I just don't see them being champions. Isla Dawn because it's her pay-per-view debut. Chris says Eagles versus Bills. Chris and I agree. Eagles is my choice. I agree with ya. The New Day becomes the new NXT champions. I mean, I'm not ruling it out. But I'm just not going to go with it. But Hassan says Big E still not with him. No, Big E recently just made his return to up, up, down, down. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think that they're going to win, Carlito. So, that's why I don't think they're going to win. Chris says Bron Breakker retains, most likely. Tino, do you lose a point if you get pinned? No, you do not lose a point, Chris. You just go into the penalty box. Tino, tomorrow is Thursday night. The funny as hell. Chris says Cruz needs to win. I mean, that's the one thing is like if Cruz wins, they make him out to be the next big thing. Like he could walk around as NXT champion. I would love to see it. But I don't think that they're going to do it. But if they did, why not do that? And then why not have Bron Breakker stay out until the Royal Rumble and then just have him come in the Royal Rumble and debut and have Apollo be champion for a month or two or whatever you want to do. I would not be mad if that happened. Imagine when Bron is called up, maybe even gets called up after deadline to the main roster. He's a beast. Then he's not going to face Roman right away. Mr. Marco says he don't like the New Day coming to NXT. Hey, Tony, I thought you hate Carlitos. Oh, God. Can we not be fighting, guys? You can lose by DQ and pinfalls. Yes, you can lose by... Yes, Chris, you can. Okay, I will try again with after my meeting is on Friday. Okay, Hassan, thank you so much. Tino, I think Kiana wins. She is the only one who hasn't lost to Mandy. Plus, she's really pushing for her to be... I mean, maybe. We'll be talking about the women's in a minute, everybody. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Chris says Carmelo Hayes wins. I make your match Tino versus Carlito. WrestleMania 39. That letter match only ground the t-shirt. Nah, I'm here to apologize. He said, I'm sorry about this shirt incident. It's fine, Carlito. I think WWE make the same match. It's called Iron Man match. I mean, they mixed it up, but yeah, it's pretty much just the Iron Man match. It really is. But, yeah. Axiom versus Scripps. Mask versus Mask. Let's do it. Carlito, I like your idea, man. Let's do it. Because we got Axiom. We got the A-Kid. We got Reggie. We got Schism. Or we got Scripps. So let's bring Scripps and let's do it. And whoever loses has to return to their old character. But guys, continue to leave your questions. I've caught up to all the questions except Carlito calling himself a genius. So guys, continue to leave your questions. I'll answer them. But guys, it's time for the main event match that we're going to talk about here on Tino's Time. And I don't know, like I said, Bron Breakker and Apollo Crews will probably main event the show. But I wanted to talk about these Iron Survivor Challenge matches last. And the last one we're going to talk about here on the live stream, it is the women. And the women, we got Zoey Starks, the new Zoey Starks. We got Indy Hartwell. We got Miss Kiana James. We got Roxanne Perez. We got Miss Cora Jade. Are you guys living in the generation of Jade? Who do we got in this match? Eric said he wants Kiana James to win. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the men, guys. I'm going to tell you how I think they're going to come in and how I think that's going to end and everything like that. So, we got these 5 women, and the same rules as I just mentioned for the men are the same for the women. So every 5-minute increments, you lose a pinfall, you have to go sit in a penalty box. Most points win after 25 minutes. You guys know, yada, yada, yada. If you guys don't know, look back about 2 minutes and then start this over. But guys, we got 5 women, and the women's one, honestly, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of having a harder time deciding on who I think is going to win and who I want to win. So I don't know. I'm going to go and I'm going to say that we have Roxanne Perez, and I'm going to say that we have Indi Hartwell start off the match. Because we all know, okay, so I think the way it's going to happen is we're going to see Indi and Roxanne, and then I think Zoey Starks or Cora Jade is going to find their way to be the final, like they want to be the last person in the match. They don't want to be in the match until the last 5 minutes. Or maybe they do, because you got to get the most pinfalls. So I'm going to say that Roxanne and Indi start the match. And then I'm going to say that after the 5-minute increment, I'm going to say there's no pinfalls. I'm going to say that there's no pinfalls in the women until about 4 women are in the match. So the third woman I'm going to say that comes out, I'm going to say that it's Zoey Starks, because I think that she's going to be like, you know what, I want to come out, I need as many pinfalls, I'm the new Zoey Starks, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Zoey Starks is going to come out, and she's going to be trying to get pinfalls. She might even pick up 1 or 2 on them if they do beat the snot out of each other for a good 5 minutes. And then the fourth member, obviously, to come in the match is going to be Kiana James, because obviously Cora Jade, it's the generation of Jade, and we're all just living in it, and Bron Breaker's the best, and her dog's the best, and she's the best, and everything's the best for Cora, and you know, so she's got to be the last woman to enter, because she's want to come in, she wants to clean up the scraps, and then she just wants to try to take as many pinfalls as she can in the 5 minutes that she has. So, Carlito, this pay-per-view is on Peacock, bro. So you don't have to pay for this pay-per-view unless you got Peacock. If you don't got Peacock, I don't know how you're watching these pay-per-views anyway. So, we're good on that, Carlito. If you don't know, then you know it's on Peacock, not on pay-per-view. Ring of Honor is on pay-per-view. So, everybody. But I'm going to say that Cora Jade comes in the last 5 minutes. And I'm going to say Cora Jade picks up a few W's. I'm going to say she gets a few victories. And I'm going to say that the fourth member, and I'm going to say before Cora Jade enters the match, I'm going to say that everybody besides Kiana James will have 1 or 2 pinfalls. So I'm going to say it's tied between Zoey, Roxanne, and Indi. Cora's going to come in. She's going to pick up 1 easily, and then she's going to pick up another. And there's nothing wrong with Kiana James. I think Kiana James could be a very good person to win this match, but I just don't know if it's time for her to face Mandy Rose. And yes, Eric, like you did say, you did say that Kiana James is the only one that really hasn't faced Mandy Rose, but I just do not see Mandy Rose losing the championship to Kiana James. So, after we have 2-2-2, it's going to be tied at 2 for the last, 2 minutes. I'm going to say the last person to pick up a pinfall is Roxanne Perez. She's going to beat Cora Jade. It's going to finally end the Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez rivalry. Cora Jade is going to win the Iron Woman Survivor Challenge. She's going to go on, and she's going to face Mandy Rose. And guys, I think that Roxanne Perez is and very well could be the person to beat Mandy Rose and become the new NXT Women's Champion. So, I'm going to go with Roxanne Perez taking home the W in the Iron Woman Survivor Challenge. And after 50 minutes, and after 2.5-3 hours of a good pay-per-view, we're going to have 2 new number 1 contenders, a still NXT champion, a still NXT Tag Team champion, and Alba Fyre is going to get her ass, and she's going to beat some ass on Isla Dawn. So guys, those are my 5 predictions for all the matches that are going to go down, and we may very well see, will we see Wesley defend the title? We will maybe have to see that, because Wesley, I think, very well could defend the title, but maybe they want to save that for an NXT or something like that. So I'm sure we might see a Wesley like promo or backstage segment or something like that, or setting up something with, you know, who he's gonna face for the NXT North American Championship next. Because I do think that it's gonna be Dijak. I do think that we do see Dijak versus Wesley for the NXT North American Championship, and I wouldn't hate that at all, guys. I see, guys, we got 19 people in the stream, guys. So if you guys haven't yet and you're enjoying the episode, make sure you guys hit that like button. You guys subscribe to Tino's Time. You guys join us as we are now on the road to 800. So I appreciate all you guys coming and hanging out here on Tino's Time. So now that your boy is done talking about all the matches, let's get back talking to you guys. And let's see what you guys got to say about the women's match and more. Keep leaving your questions as Tino takes a drink of water. Carlito says he's a genius. Yes, Carlito, you're a genius, bro. Hassan says, the main event, I think the main event, Hassan, is most likely going to be Bron Breakker versus Apollo Crews. Who do you think dethrones Pretty Deadly? I say it, yes. I say a tag team, guys. That's a good question, Eric, because we didn't really talk about who could dethrone Pretty Deadly. If I am going to have to guess, like you said, I'm going to say somebody that we are not thinking of. Maybe Gallus. Maybe there's a new team. Maybe they bring a team down. Maybe they sign somebody. But I do not think the team to beat Pretty Deadly is in the tag team division right now in NXT. So good question, Eric. Thank you. Carlito says, do you think Regal is to come back with WWE? Plus, I meant when Bron is called up, he goes through everyone. Maybe a Clash or a Money in the Bank. Maybe he faces Roman. I think Bron versus Roman is going to be a match that we see in about 2 or 3 years. I just don't know if you're going to want to put Bron Breakker in the main event against Roman Reigns right away. But we could see it possibly by next year. I wouldn't put it past WWE. Especially if Triple H is as high as Bron Breakker as, you know. So, yeah. And honestly, when do I see William Regal coming back? I deadass thought he was going to come back this week. But could we see it on Saturday? Could we see William Regal come back on Saturday? Could we see him come back and fight and do their thing? Like, could we see him come and fight and, or not fight, but come out and help somebody or be a manager again? I don't know if he's going to be an on-screen GM. I've heard people say that and mention how they wanted him to be a GM and everything right away. But I think if that were to happen, I think they would have tried to get him back for War Games, and he would have come out and said, War Games! And you guys know. So, I think that William Regal could show up this week, but if he doesn't show up in the next few weeks, I think that he's just going to stay backstage, and I don't think he's really going to be mentioned too much on WWE television. Roxanne, Perez, and Indy Hartwell are the only two faces in this match. Roxanne Perez wins, Chris says. I want Cora to win, but I feel like Kiana, because she's the only one that hasn't lost to Mandy yet. Yeah, like I said, I just don't know if Kiana James is ready to face Mandy Rose. Cora, Jade, and Roxanne, first two. Chris, I would not see, the only reason why I stayed away from that was because you know how Roxanne is. She's all about her. Cora is all about her. Where it's Cora. We're living in the Cora generation. It's the generation of Jade. It's this and that. She's dating the champion. So I just thought I'm thinking into the more of she wants to be the last person and wait 20 minutes and let them beat the hell out of each other. Carlito says, I'm not paying to watch this pay-per-view. I'll be watching Christmas movies. He says, I'm not watching Ring of Honor either. I understand. So, I see you don't See, I like Cora. No. See, Eric, I like Cora. I dislike her character. I don't I like her character, but I don't, you know what I mean? I want Roxanne to win. I want to see Roxanne. Cora's just, Cora's living in her own world right now. So I like Cora. I like Cora, what she's doing now. I think she's a great heel. But I like to hate her. So that's, yeah. My subscription expired, so I listened to your stream to watch pay-per-views. Oh, true. I appreciate it, Carlito. But I'm not watching NXT because it's not Black and Gold, or Ring of Honor because I'll be watching movies with Tino. Well, we will be live for Ring of Honor, Carlito. We will not be watching the movie until next week. That's why we're not watching the movie until next week. Because I want to make sure that we get through this week. You know, you got 2 pay-per-views on Saturday. We'll be live tomorrow for a Ring of Honor preview show. We'll be live Friday for SmackDown. We'll be live Sunday for football. So, yeah. He says, Eric, bro, where you been at? Bro, Dominic Dijakovic. Put some respect on Dominic Dijakovic. T-Bar, he was under the mask. We just need to be. Yeah. I go with Apple Cruz. Deadline. Yes, Carlito, deadline. Oh my God. Eric says he's lost. Who the fuck is T? That's great. That made me laugh. He could manage his son. Well, yeah. I mean, that would it. You know, it's so funny. I didn't realize that it was William Regal's son until I watched it last night, and I'm like, holy shit! It's like they look like they're identical. Like, it didn't click to me until I figured it out. I was like, I'm dumb. I'm like, how did I not figure this out? Like, come on. So, yeah. Imagine Regal starts off the show, he gets a pop and says, deadline. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Eric, no, I like Cora. I love Cora. I think Cora's great. I think Cora's going to be a great star, but I don't like what she's doing. No, it is not T-Bar. It is Dijak. I'd rather have Dominic Dijakovic. And yes, Chris, if you guys did not see, we've been having a lot of baseball news today. I've been trying to pop out shorts. I'm pumping out shorts left and right. We got Aaron Judge signing a 9-year, $360 million deal with a stay with the New York Yankees. We got Wilson Contreras going to the rival in the NL Central, the St. Louis Cardinals, on a 5-year, $85 million deal. We have, who else do we have? Let's just go on the YouTube. I mean, it's just so much easier that way. Let's just go look on the homepage, guys. We had Cody Bellinger, we talked about a little bit yesterday. Josh Bell went. We've been having guys sign. Jose Quintana. Justin Verlander went to the Mets. Let's see. I know there's been a few other things that have happened while I've been live, so let's see if there's anything else. We got baseball news, guys. There's a lot. Yes, Aaron Judge is the greatest, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Kenley Jansen went to the Boston Red Sox. So for all you Red Sox fans out there, I know you're happy. Jose Quintana, formerly on the Cardinals, formerly on the White Sox and the Cubs, is going to the New York Mets. The New York Mets decided to go and bolster up their bullpen and starting rotation even more. Jamelin Tolson, I think, or Talson, is going to the Cubs. The Cubs got Cody Bellinger. They got this guy. Yes, they are losing yes, they lost Wilson Contreras, but I don't know. And then lastly in the baseball news, because this is not a baseball show, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates getting the first overall pick in the MLB 2023 draft. And then we got a little football news. Yes, Von Miller is out for the season with a torn ACL. These guys, the news is popping off like crazy today. Like, I can't keep up with it. I'm trying to keep up with it. Trying to do Deadline. I'm trying to do Ring of Honor. I'm trying to keep up with all of it. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. But, guys, I appreciate all of you guys coming and hanging out here today. I do appreciate all the new people that we have had come in and hang out. We got 19 people still here in the stream. So if you guys got any more questions, I'm going to go over what we still have coming up this week. And then I'm going to get ready to go so we can get ready tonight, as we will be back here live on Tino's time at 7 p.m. for AEW Dynamite. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Eric says Mike Trout wants out. Mike Trout, that's fine. Come on over to the south side. We want you. Mike Trout, black and white, bro. We want you. Come here. Mike Trout, come over to the south side, bro. We'll welcome you right away. AEW Dynamite is going to be good. Yes, it is. It is going to be really good tonight. So, guys, let me go over everything that we have going on the rest of the week. So, like we are talking about, AEW Dynamite. We got AEW Dynamite tonight. We got the Ass Boys. We're gonna see Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia. We got a women's tag team match. We got the Baddies. We got Sky Blue. We got Kiera Hogan. We got the Ass Boys. We got Darby Allin in action. We got Cesaro. We got Wheeler Yuta, guys. So tonight, Wednesday night, you guys know what that means. It's Dynamite. And then tomorrow, because we got to find out what other matches will be announced, we will be going live at 3:30. Tomorrow will be 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know I said 2:30 or 3:30 yesterday for this show, and then I changed it. And then, yeah, but stuff happens, guys. It's okay. But we'll be live here tomorrow at 3:30 Central Standard p.m. Central Standard Time as we go live, and we'll talk about all the matches that will be going down on Saturday afternoon before NXT deadline. We have a Ring of Honor final battle. Like I said, guys, we'll be live for that show on and at 2:30 on pay-per-view. So if you guys want to order it, I understand. But if not, then just come and hang out with your boy Tino. But we will be live at 2:30 for that show. And then Friday, we will be live for SmackDown on Friday night. As usual, we'll be watching the Blue Brand and seeing what they do as we are heading to the end of 2022. And we are going to be on the road to WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble. So, we'll be going live Friday for SmackDown. And then, as I just mentioned, we'll be going live Friday for SmackDown. Saturday for Ring of Honor Final Battle at 2:30. And then when that show goes off air, we're going to go off for a little bit. I'm going to open a new stream, and then we're going to watch NXT Deadline. So we'll be live on 2 times, 2 different streams on Saturday as we watch right now. There are 10 total matches on both shows combined. So we'll have to see if there's more matches added to the final battle tonight. Deadline, probably not. So we'll probably have about 12, 13 matches total on Saturday. We'll be watching here on Tino's Time. And then Sunday, as you guys know, the same way we end here on Tino's Time every week, you guys come back here, hang out, and let's watch the last week of the fantasy football regular season and the week 14, as in the real NFL. The teams are continuing the road to the playoffs, but guys, it's fantasy football, almost playoff time at least. We need a win to get in. Your boy Tino needs a win to get in. I hope you guys are doing the same. I hope you guys are already clinched if you haven't already. Hopefully all the information I've been giving you all year is helping. If you guys are new, yes, I do fantasy football too. We do some baseball shows. We're going to be having a lot of stuff come up in the new year. I can't wait to share all of that with you guys. So, that's what we got here coming up on the rest of the week here on Tino's Time. I hope you guys all enjoyed the Deadline show. I hope you guys enjoyed this preview show. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. We also have FTR competing for the AEW Tag Team Champions tonight. Yes, we do. We do have that going down. So, guys, I hope to see all of you guys tonight for NXT. Or, I'm sorry, not NXT. I got Deadline behind me. I hope to see all of you guys tonight as we are now going to be on the last show before Ring of Honor Final Battle on Saturday. Make sure you guys all come and hang out on Tino's Time tonight as we go live at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time to watch all the action go down on Wednesday night. Because like I said, it's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. But if you guys miss me and you want to hear more of me and you want to hear the audio version of this, or you want to go hear all the other episodes, go follow us on all the social medias, SoundCloud and Spotify at Tino's Time Wrestling on Instagram and Facebook, Tino's Time 1996 on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. make sure to hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Make sure to subscribe. Like I said, we are at 551 since I saw the stream last, as we are now on the road to 800. So make sure you guys continue to support your boy Tino as we are now on the road, like I said, to 800 and then 1,000. And finally, turn that notification button on so you know when we go live tonight at 7 o'clock for AEW Dynamite and the rest of this week, guys. So, thank you guys all for coming and hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this Deadline preview show. And until tonight, where we do watch at AEW Dynamite and we see what happens on Wednesday night on some wrestling, guys. I'll see you all in a few hours. And this is your boy Tino signing out.